Screwtown here. This time we're checking out Osprey's Bolt Action. Great World War II kits. They feature in this box Germans and U.S. forces, as well as some terrain and a vehicle. So, yeah, Osprey's done it again with a really nice box, and I am thrilled to show this to you. So, here we go. We're going to get into it. The box has got some great art. You can see it basically represents everything you get: the ruined building, transport, and your forces. And it's a starter set. So here's some nice shots of the figures painted. Another shot to show you what you get. You get dice, you get your markers, your pin markers, instruction book, everything you need to play. And it's still at a great price on eBay and other places like that, so I advise picking it up if you're interested. And this on the back shows you the wonderful things that you're getting in this set. You got blast markers. Here's your dice, combat dice, turn dice, 12 of these markers in this little building. And here's your Germans, here's your US. You get a nice play sheet, you get your book, and another shot. It says Bolt Action Edition Rulebook, 24 multi-pose US Airborne. This is all 28 millimeter. 12 plastic multi-pose German Grenadiers. 1 plastic SD KFZ half track. 1 modular plastic ruin farmhouse. Quick start booklet. Quick reference sheet. Construction leaflets, templates, and tokens. 12 pin markers, 2 rulers, 10 six-sided dice, 10 bolt action orders dice. So everything you need to get going on this. So I'm going to open the box and show you what's inside. There we go. I have opened this before. Could not wait. So before I get into gluing and all that good fun, let's take a look. I know what's in here. Maybe you don't. But if you want to get into this, great place to start. Here's a nice quick reference sheet. It's wonderful. Easy to play. And on these boxes, here's some nice, Lord have mercy, instructions for building things. Nice. Here's your half track. Can't wait. And Squad Late War. Quick breakdown of your squads, BARs. Here's the Germans. Here's the Band of Brothers. Here's your sprues. They're all marked with numbers. And shows you how to put this together. Really nice of them to do this. Here is a little worn and torn. Your play sheet. Got nice illustrations. Shows you how to get it on. Nice painted samples. Assembling your forces. Here's some breakdowns on how to play, making it simple. And here's the bag with the half track. You got the broke down building, some debris, really nicely done. Here, this is going to give you dimensions if you want to construct your own terrain and housing. Here's a good way to measure doors and first and second level of your buildings. There's another crush side for Bolt Action How to Play book, second edition. This covers really nicely. It's a little bit of history backup. Gives great examples of different tanks, weapons, crews, and different eras of play, different 3 stages of World War II. Some of these vehicles are really good looking. I definitely want to get some. There's more nicely illustrated. Moving off the table, lots of rules. Army lists, gotta have them. Great examples how to play here. Nice Stug down there. I got that right. Sherman, I got one of those. A nice shot with everybody in the backgrounds. So the book is really thorough. They break down the army, basic armies, nicely for you, so you know how to put together your squads without having to figure it out otherwise. When they talk about the weapons, scenarios are provided, different gaming scenarios. Great book, really thick. I love these miniatures actually. They're pretty nice. They do interchange pretty good with Wargames Atlantic stuff also. I don't know how far you want to go kit bashing, but there we go. And here's your tank rule movements, Great Britain. So they basically describe the armies of pretty much all the European theater in this book, as well as they cover Japan, so a little bit of the Pacific. And there's instructions for your blast markers, directional markers, nice scenarios and scenery that can inspire you to build. So this is a really good deal too online. It's kept its price, hasn't gotten jacked up out of reach, and this we like. So in the box we've got some sprues here. I'm looking at, let's see, I think these are the Americans. You've got some really nice heads. So let's get some closer looks at these sprues. So we're looking at about 4 of these American sprues. I've got 2 German sprues. I believe this sprue here is for the machine gun on your transport or half track. And these are your cool markers, your different blast radiuses, your pin markers. These might be good to prime and paint, maybe not, but you don't need to. They come with the bases. Really nicely done. Looks like all good plastic, of course. Here is a base. Probably a machine gun or whatever emplacement. You get all your bases. Dice, they give you some 12-sided. They give you their dice, so you can get your turn orders. There are American and German decals, so they don't leave behind dry there. Let's look at the American frames. Here are the heads. Got some wonderful ones here with a couple of mohawks, a couple of regular airborne helmets. You got the officer with a cap. The other side of that, we've got the ones with the netting on their helmets, and I guess you get to put on those netted helmets. You also put your kits for bandages and wraps. Here's some nice backpacks with the shovel and gear bag, closed fist hand. In this frame we got a nice machete. Here's the ammo box for the 30 cal, and there's a hand holding the ammo for the 30 cal, which I could not get that to fit correctly. Here's a hand that I did put on that fits correctly. Here's another hand for that, and some other arms for holding weapons. This arm here is pointing 2 fingers. This one's the Colt 45. I looked at putting both these together, but it made my commander look pretty funny with his arms both stretched out. So, and here's the binoculars. These are the leg options. You get 2 options, a straight leg and a crooked leg for the guy holding the 30 cal. And here is the 30 cal with the arm. Here's the tripod. Good job. And they give you a really big base, which I think is a little too big, but there we go. M1 Garand, I think. And here's the Thompson submachine gun, carbine, and I could be wrong. Let's see. Another Thompson. More hands holding. We saw those. Here we go on this. This was nice, a pigeon, a messenger pigeon, just in case you want somebody sending one of those. Grenades, pistol with a pouch, bandoliers for ammo, bayonets, some other automatic weapon pouches. There's your med kits, your bandages, Q arms. So this is a really nice sprue, put together pretty intelligently. Maybe some better left arms would have been good, but this works really well. And I put together just a few of them, so you got a lot more options than what I'm showing you. There's one with the Mohawk. Now this arm here is meant to be pulling out some ammo from the pouches, that bandolier you can put on his chest, that I didn't do because I want to model a cigarette to make him look like he was trying to take a break and then had to swing into action. Here's the, I think it's a automatic weapon with the bandage attached to the side of the head. You'll see. Is that auto? It could be the carbine. My eyes this morning. And here's another Mohawk. And I think you get 4 guys with the Thompsons, which is what I opted for with your NCO. And here is the BAR. He's pretty, that's a pretty big weapon, that's for sure. Here's the officer holding his Colt. I chose an arm that was open. Here's our prone 30 cal. He came out pretty good. And here's their backs. Nice backpack. Come on, focus. Focus, focus. Another Mohawk, the back of that guy. Another rifleman. Or the rifleman. And the back of that cigarette smoking Mohawk. So this is everything you need to play bolt action, which is why I picked the kit up. The book is really nice, thorough, especially with the army lists. And alright, we've got the sprue for the German forces in this Band of Brothers kit. Let's take a look at that. Let's zoom in here. Here's a face, no hat. Kind of grim looking. Here's a couple Germans with their caps on. Here's one with the commander's hat. Some Stahl helms. Some with the camo covers. Gnarly. So we've got 5, 10, 11 heads on a sprue with 5 bodies. So that's pretty good. No, 6 bodies. Back of the heads. Nicely detailed. I like this kit a little bit better than I like the airborne prints. But that's not saying too much, because they're nice too. And here in this frame we've got a bandolier. Nice. We've got a hand with the potato masher grenade. We've got the hands here open for holding weapons. We've got a spare helmet, ammo pouches, pistol with ammo, and this I believe is the assault rifle. And here's a Gewehr, I think I'm pronouncing that. And this is really nice too. This is actually an Iron Cross. So here's a bayonet. And this is definitely the MP40 gun here, which is nice to have a spare. You can put it in one of the hands, that works. Here's a hand holding the MG42 ammo. Here's a couple of hands holding a Panzerfaust. Here's a Panzerfaust. KR98, I don't know. I'll double check that. And again, another double hands with the rifle. Little pouch. And this is the body I took. I went ahead and built some up because I couldn't resist. But the bodies are like this in their ponchos, which I really like. They could easily be used in another conversion. You could use them for some kind of space age Romans. Pop a head on. I looked and they actually fit the other Warlord sets, so that's really nice. So that's why that body's missing there. And here's the body for the kneeling shooter. This is nice because you can angle the leg at different positions so it can be really stable and sit on its own. Here's the extra barrel. And here's that front view of the bodies, which are nice. Good detail, good plastic, can't go wrong. Here's the hands. There's the MP machine gun. There's one with the poncho. There's another one advancing. Here he is. He's got the MG42 slung on the shoulder. Some nice pouches, or ammo pouches. Pretty clean use. Here's another spare. I set this up for MG, the machine gun with the tripod, laying down figure. Here's some gas mask containers, gas mask with a bayonet, and some backpacks. So you got a nice choice between the smaller backpacks and larger shovels. So that's about what we're getting on this sprue. I showed you this fellow. Here's another pose, really nice. Holding his automatic weapon, assault weapons. There's the other guy holding a grenade. So a lot of potentials. There he is, slung with his machine gun. Ammo container. The commander with binoculars and reading a map right here, which is neat. I gave him the pistol. I clipped off the ammo pouches and put the pistol on him. And then here's the back with the Panzerfaust attached to him. His backpack. Here it is, the gas mask with the bayonet. So these are just some of the possibilities with the Germans. Very nice kit. And here is their half track assembled. These little parts are pretty fragile and a pain to put in, so take your time. This spare wheel can be glued to the front here. Here's the machine gun, and these parts right here, the periscope, telescope, whatever, aiming, and the mechanisms for the guns were a little unclear. I did the best I could by gluing them according to what I saw on the internet. Here's some helmets and a tent for extra goodies. I don't know how they intend to fit all these other sitting down figures, but I went ahead and put one in. You'll notice his leg really extends back if he's going to be in a firing mode. The back machine gun, nice. Very good. So I was real pleased. It's really simple to put together, and they do give you instructions. A little unclear again on all that, but certainly worth it even by its own as a purchase. They're very reasonable. Okay, we've got the building put together, the couple ruined farmhouses. And this went together fairly easily. I added some supports. I'm going to do some other modeling with this. I found it was pretty interesting how there were some gaps here because of the way it connected. I'm going to use some putty, seal that up, and retool it. And then I'm going to put a base down on the bottom to make it nice and sturdy. But it looks really nice. The details are going to really lend themselves to washes, other things like that to give it that ruined, really totaled look. So here's the platform. That went on pretty easy. Upshot of that. And it looks really nice next to the characters. There's the truck, or the half track. Here is this piece, and I'm sure I didn't put it together right either. And I could take this piece, go ahead and trim this edge so it looks like a single building. But again, I'm going to go ahead and put this on a base, do some more modeling with it, which let's take a look at that. And that'll make quite a difference. There we go. So you can see. And even like wood grain here on the floor, up here on the rafters, that kind of thing. The plaster, the rocks with the mortar. So those are the buildings. Here is the markers, your action markers. You've got your scatter rings, blast rings, that kind of thing. So it tells you these are snap to action, indirect fire, hidden, immobilized, artillery barrage, airstrike. The look at our bolt action starter set, Band of Brothers. I liked it. I liked the whole take they have on it. You can reenact the movie. You could also come up with all kinds of scenarios, which they give you in the bolt action second edition book. And if you like some historical stuff, or just want to have some European World War II, weird World War II stuff, these are perfect. They're all at 28mm scale. Thank you for watching Sprue Town. Like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and we will see you again.